Hi everyone. This morning I got a very inspiring, uplifting, encouraging, just warm my heart message. I just wanted to give my take on it. I try my best to highlight positivity. And I feel like a lot of time in social media content, a lot of times the negative is what's highlighted, it's what's shared. With my platform personally, as a creator, I only respond to people who are being positive. And now it may be one post, like a Beyonce post or something, where a hater come in and I gotta not on my watch. I like to share the positiveness, just my energy. And I feel like even in times, so if I have to say something that is not like most like me, it still stems from a place of love. This morning, my very good friend from high school, her name is Tanetta. It's her birthday. I wished her happy birthday. She wrote me back. Sometimes you don't know what a person is going through, and sometimes your positive words can just do wonders for them. I have been going through like a couple moments where I felt unmotivated, uninspired with content. Then personally, reflecting on choices hasn't been like the best of weeks, but it's been cool. But I definitely could have used this message. And then I'm just gonna kind of like give my take on things that she said. And I'm gonna try to keep it together because I am moods, emotions, so I'm gonna try not to cry, okay? Because to be honest, when I read this, I cried for like 2 hours. Not like straight through, but just it got to the kid. But let me just I was just watching your single ladies breakdown video this morning. If you haven't seen it, I recently did a lyric breakdown for single ladies, and it's going to be a part of a series I'm creating for my channel now, just a lyric breakdown. And it's about songs that I feel like are underrated, hidden gems, just some of my favorite songs. And I just want to talk about why I love them and artistry. So be sure to subscribe at Tiffany Ave Takes on all socials. But anyway, she goes on to say, I was just watching your single ladies breakdown video this morning, just thanking God for your glow up, your confidence, your boldness, your courage. I love it. I just want to say, she's not a person that is on social media a lot. This is someone I went to high school with. So let's just put some time into play here. Well, I graduated 09. So 05, 2005 was when I met. That's 20 years. This message holds a lot of value because this is someone who's known me for 20 years. So I didn't take, you know, it lightly. She goes on, being a content creator on social media is no easy task. That part. One, consistency is hard. Two, people rush to reach heights, I never had that issue, but I know that it's a thing that content creators have. Like they want 1 million followers overnight. I've never been one for like to rush immediate success. I like gradual progress because one, I like, say for instance, if I had 1 million followers right now, I do a lot of posting and deleting. The people would be confused, like what's going on. It like gradual growth gives yourself time to make mistakes. It gives yourself time to like analyze how you feel you are presenting to your audience. It gives you time to like, if you really care about what you're doing, it gives you time to just like assess many things. But it is not easy because a lot of times that is discouraging to creators that they aren't finding what people deem successful when that's happening. Honestly, I don't really care about the numbers, but I know numbers are what gets you gigs, it's what gets you hired, it's what gets you brand deals, that type of thing. But honestly, sometimes creating content is just the outlet. Like a way, it's an artistic expression. Um, and it allows me to create because honestly, once you become an adult, There's not much time. Everything else in life is serious. Work, bills, health, relationships. Like those things, sometimes relationships can be fun, but they are also work. Sometimes, like if you're not doing like a creative job, then most of the time it's serious. There's not much fulfillment unless you go above and beyond to allow ways to create in your role. I do that because I naturally create. But nonetheless, I'm just saying, it is definitely not easy. She goes on to say, but you do it. On screen and off screen. In parentheses, she said, I see your comedy club posts too. This is so funny, and it really kind of took me by surprise because, again, she's not really on social media a lot. But it also, my take from that is, even though when you think people aren't paying attention, they're paying attention. And you never know the impact that what your content is doing for someone. So if you guys don't know, I also do stand up. I know, I do stand up.
Questioning as to why I don't have a child is pretty invasive. The conversation is giving hippopotamus.
Of your confidence to do what you do, to shock the world. I'm so very inspired. Um in the beginning she talked about watching my single ladies post. I just want to piggyback to this real quick. Everyone knows I'm a fan of Beyonce, right? I think a lot of times people think that I like Beyonce because of the glamour and like the fabulousness and just like the diva part of it, because I mean, yes, I do enjoy that. What I admire most about Beyonce is the effect, the impact. I personally get inspired when I see Beyonce just breaking barriers and just, you know, through her span career, 20 years, people have had a lot of negative things to say about her, and she doesn't address it. She just continues to create.
Always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper.
That's inspiring for me. She also creates art and stuff that has a deeper message. People are like kind of captivated by her. Like a lot of times, like people don't even like, just say anything. They just watch. I aspire to be like that, to make people feel like this. That's a part of me being influenced by Beyonce. This message, made me feel like I am on that path. Starts with one person, you know? That's how you build your audience. That if it's happening with one person, then it has the potential to happen with many. So this message really did a lot for me. I'm sharing it for many reasons. Positivity inspires. Good to tell people positive things about them that you feel, as long as you're being genuine. Like, don't just be making crap up. Feel like that is not good. But because you never know what someone is going through. To be honest, evaluating purpose, and this was perfect timing. Perfect. I'm still not over it. Now, this next part is gonna be hard for me to get through. Like, y'all already feel me getting a little. I'm gonna try to get through it. Okay. So she goes on to say, my oldest daughter is a lot like you were in school. Sorry. My oldest daughter was a lot like you when you were in school. I have to reiterate. She knew me in high school, practically a baby. In high school, you're a baby when you think about it. As an adult, you're a baby. From her perspective on me, watching me grow, it's funny because this is a peer, but this is also someone who has also grown up and now is a mother, to a daughter. And y'all know how I feel about daughters. I want a daughter if I were to have a kid. Not in a rush to have a kid, but I'm just saying, if I had a kid, I do want a daughter. One, because I feel like I can create daughters in the world that grow up to inspire. That's all, and be great people and be an addition to the world, you know, make the world a better place, And I feel like the connection, because I am a woman, I could raise a girl versus a boy. But not to offend the boy moms, that's just how I feel. But anyway, So I do take that seriously. And also, I have a great, great, great mother when it comes to just being nurturing, selfless, that type of thing. My bond with my mother makes me want to be a mother to a girl, you know? Being that I haven't done that yet, what I'm about to read holds a lot of value because she goes on to say, my oldest daughter is a lot like you when you are in school, quiet around most, but provides humor and joy to her inner circle. First of all, thank you. For years, she's been saying she wants to be a YouTuber when she gets older. And I'm like, how are you going to be a YouTuber when you barely want to talk to people? But you, Tiffany, you give me hope for her. I just want to say that out of all the things and thoughts that run through my head, and there are a million, sometimes when you go to like think about yourself being in the public eye or like social media, you think about like how you want to inspire people, legacy, that type of thing, da 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 da, all those things that I mentioned earlier. Never once in my mind had I thought about someone looking at me and then looking at their child, and I kind of be an example of the potential someone's child could have. That right there, Tiffany, you give me hope for her. You show me that the more you grow, the older you get, the more comfortable you become in showing the world who you truly are. It's cut off on here, so I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I pray great success for you. Because I know from experience that to know you is to love you. Keep kicking down them doors, girl. That's what she said at the end. I want to talk about growth. Having people that witness your growth, meet you going figuring things out. You may not be the best version of yourself. You may not get things right, recall correctly. There's been like, ups and downs within friendships, working through that, then to still have that connection, that love, that respect, always supportive. I'm not even like at the most successful I think I want to be, but this message makes me feel like I am. The little girl that used to sit on the bed and watch the Beyonce videos and be like, oh, I want to be like that when I get older. I feel like that little girl will be proud of this girl.